Perfectionism is a tendency to strive for flawlessness, set excessively high standards, and experience disappointment with anything falling short of perfection. Over the past 30 years, perfectionism has increased among young people. In a world where everyone seems to be posting perfect selfies of themselves and all of their achievements, it is common to compare yourself with them, which often leads you to feel like you are behind. In fact, there is a lot of danger that comes from comparing yourself and your life with what you see on social media, because people tend to share with the world their top highlights in their lives. They only share the things that make them look good. So when you compare your everyday life to their best versions of themselves, you are never going to come out ahead. Our culture is too much obsessed with achieving happiness through success. People think that they will be happy once they are successful. Here I would like to quote Richard Branson, who said, "Most people would assume my business success and the wealth that comes with it have brought me happiness. But they haven't. In fact, it is the reverse. I am successful, wealthy, and connected because I am happy." We don't have to look very far to see how obsessed our culture is with perfection. The Goldman Dilemma is a question that was posed to elite athletes by Robert Goldman, asking whether they would take a drug that would guarantee them a gold medal, but it would cause them to die after 5 years. It is shocking that half of them were ready to die in exchange to overwhelming success. The research shows that on average, men worry about 3 things every day, while women on average worry about 12 things every day. So if you're a perfectionist and if you're a woman, you're probably more likely to be stressed. Eating disorders have the highest mortality rates among psychiatric disorders. Anorexia nervosa has the highest mortality rate of any psychiatric disorder in adolescence. Of those surviving, 50% recover, whereas 30% improve and 20% remain chronically ill. The BMI of Miss America when the pageant started was 22. The BMI now is 16.9. A woman with a BMI of 16.9 probably cannot get pregnant because she is so thin. On the other hand, as a perfectionist, you are actually afraid of failure, judgment, and of rejection. You might think, well, if I'm perfect, then no one will criticize me. If I get it perfect, then no one will be able to attack me. As a response to that, I would like to quote Aristotle, who said, "To avoid criticism, say nothing, do nothing, be nothing." It is important to realize that this fear of failure, judgment, or rejection is probably never going to go away. There is never going to be the perfect time to move forward. Instead of focusing on the perfect result, focus on the process and your progress. Perfectionism leads to overthinking, wasting time, and procrastinating. Struggling with perfectionism and wanting others to like you is a losing battle. You will never win and be able to be perfect or have everyone like you. What matters the most is your own opinion about yourself and about the life you're living. If you keep your integrity and know your intentions, then that's all that matters. You can be comfortable with the reflection looking back at you in the mirror every day. And no matter how hard you try, you will never be perfect. In fact, a lot of us, we hold ourselves to such a high standard, perfectionist mentality of being a certain way, that it ends up creating a lot of suffering. And I don't care who you are, anyone out there, no one is perfect. And yet we try to be perfect. In the 18th century, Voltaire said, "Perfect is the enemy of good." It is urgent that we acknowledge this now and that we change the way we think and that we change the way we behave.